Hello and welcome back to my channel, Jordan Mind, Body, and Soul, where we learn to take care of ourselves, mind, body, and soul. And if you're watching this video, then you're like, you know what? I've had better days. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you about the power of doing the things you enjoy. It will change your day. So let me paint this picture, y'all, right? When I woke up, the sun was not shining. It was gloomy. I was forced awake because my son kept kicking me. Like, he's like, get up, get up, get up, get up. Okay, cool. So then it makes you wake up like, okay, I just got to get started. I got to get my day going. And then I'm sitting on the bed and I'm literally sitting like this. Like, I'm like, dang, I'm too awake to go back to sleep, but I don't necessarily feel like getting up yet. So I sat there, right? Sat there for a second. And then my man came in the room. Terry comes in the room and he starts talking to me. And then in my head, right, I didn't say this to him, but in my head, I'm like, dang, like, I don't really feel like talking either this early. So I'm just listening to him. And I'm just like, in my head, I'm just like, I'm tired. Then the first thing on my mind, which is on probably everybody's mind when they wake up in the morning, is let's get some money. What can I do today to make some more money? Let's get it, right? So then that's the first thing I step myself into. So I'm like, let's make some coffee. Now the anxiety starts to kick in, right? Because I'm drinking coffee, number one. And number two, like, I'm looking for answers. Like, I'm like, I gotta find answers, gotta get stuff done, gotta. And then we go to, we start our day, we're running errands, and then we had some time to sit in the car, right? And so we're sitting in the car and we start talking to each other. And we have this conversation that comes up, and pretty much the center of the conversation, without me addressing it in that moment, is that I'm like, I'm not feeling fulfilled. I'm not feeling like I'm reaching my goals or my dreams right now. And I have all these questions of how I'm going to get to where I want to get, and I want them answered right now. And I'm not saying that to him, but that's like the overview of it. And then I look back and I noticed, and I'm like, okay, when's the last time I worked out? It's been a couple of days. When's the last time I meditated? It's been a couple of days. I'm like, when's the last time I did some yoga? It's been a couple of days. When did I even record last? And I'm like, it's been a couple of days, right? So what I'm trying to get at is that a lot of times in our mind, in our head, we have a million things we want to answer. And we want to answer it today, right? We want the answer right now. And a lot of things can't always be answered right away. Sometimes we just have to experience life and have different situations happen, and it ends up leading us to exactly where we're supposed to be. But the first thing you can start with is what you enjoy, what you want to do. Even if you look at the situation and you say, right now, today, it may not give me results, but it's going to fulfill me. It's going to make me feel happy. It's going to make me feel in place. Then do that. Because I've gone through, this is my third time re-recording, because the other videos that I started to record started to kind of go all over the place. So I needed a space to vent. I needed a space to talk. And I gave myself that. And now, if you were to see a clip, I might try to insert like a clip from the original video and then the clip from this video. My energy's completely different. Completely different. So on your bad days, consider this. What are you doing that is leading to your overall goal? What are you doing that you actually enjoy, that you're passionate about? Because think about it, it's sad, y'all, but the reality of it is so many people are spending their days doing things they don't really care about, doing things they don't really enjoy. And money, we need money for this society, but the biggest currency that you have is your time. Who and what you give your time to. Think about even things like exes, and situations with people that you've had, and you're like, the biggest thing that you're like, oh man, I hung out with that person, like, I actually spent time with them. Like, even if you've given this person a lot of money, or y'all spent money doing things, like, you're not talking about like, dang, I wish I had that money back. You might in a time like where you need more money, like, dang, I blew money there. But no, the biggest thing you're like is my time, my energy, my space. I shared that with you. So in those moments, Think about that. Where can you put your time, your energy? How can you get into a space of being somewhere that gives you life, gives you joy? Y'all, I did not think my energy was going to be like this for this video, right? I thought it was going to be sad, and I kind of wanted it to be, or to be lower in energy, to show people that it's real. That although I'm a person who shows a lot of energy and motivation and excitement, I too have days where I'm like, I'm good. And on those days, people don't know how to react to me because they're so used to seeing me like upbeat and excited that they're like, yeah, okay? Yeah, I'm okay. You know what I mean? Because I'm human. But put yourself in position. Put yourself in that space to feel better. Here's another thing that I wanted to kind of share with you guys, which is kind of like a theme of a lot of things that I always say, is that you don't have to have everything figured out today, right? It's a Bible scripture, but it was first shared to me like a poem. So I always view it as a poem. But it's a scripture. I don't know what scripture it is. Y'all can drop it if you know it. But it's called Footprints in the Sand. That's what the poem that I was told was called, Footprints in the Sand. And basically, whether you're religious or not, it's a good narrative where there's footprints in the sand and a person's talking to God, right? And they're like, hey, I noticed there's footprints, like at this part. And then the footprints disappear and then they appear again over there. What happened? Like, what happened? And God's like, that's when I carried you. And even when I first was presented with it, because I was given it when it was given to me on like a little picture frame. And so when I first seen it, even as a child, I was like, that's nice, that's deep. And a lot of times we go through things in life and the footprints are steps. Like we're like step 1, step 2, step 3. And then sometimes like we're like, ooh, step 4 to 8, I don't even see how. Like I don't know how, right? And a lot of times things work out for us. Most of the times things work out for us. If you're here today, right now, watching this video, it's because things worked out for you. Like even when things seem crazy and overwhelming, you're like, I have no idea what's next. You're here. So it worked out one way or another. And it will work out for you again. But follow me, right? So that's what happened in the poem or in the story. And I personally know that I obsess a lot of the times with like figuring out how to get to the next step, especially if I'm trying to get back to a position that I have been before, because I guess I have a taste of like that memory and that nostalgia, and I want that lifestyle or that experience again. And also because I know it's possible, because I've done it, right? So if you're in a situation where, let's say for me, for an example, like when you're preparing for graduation again, for your master's degree, and you're like, I've done this before because I have a bachelor's degree, or I've gone through, the process of preparing for my diploma when I graduated from high school. So I know what it's like to have to put in work in order to receive your diploma, your degree, whatever it is. And you're trying to build up to those steps, but this time it's a little different, right? So you're navigating it and you're trying to figure out how to get to the next step. And since you've been there before, you're like, I know that I can do it. I know that I'm going to do it, but I'm receiving challenges that are new, that are different. You don't have to have it all figured out today. And when I talk to you guys, I'm talking to myself too, right? I tell myself all the time, like, I'm like, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. But it doesn't all have to be done today, right? So the first step that you have to do today, right now, for yourself, that does need to be done today, is figure out what you can do that contributes to your overall goal, purpose, desires, whatever it is. Even if it's just one thing, like if you're like, oh, I like to paint and I want to sell my artwork at a studio, right? Find a studio, right? You're like, I haven't even found somewhere I can go. I don't even know someone that I can talk to. Go online and start doing your research, right? Even if you're a person that's like, I can't stand where I live, I want to live in a new city. What kind of city do you want to live in? Like, put yourself in position to receive information about these things that you like and these things that you enjoy. And what it's going to do is it's going to give you out of the state of mind of I'm just stuck, I'm just here, and it's going to put you in the mind of, wait, this is obtainable, right? I can do this, I can see this, right? These dreams, these goals, these visions, they're not just in your head as like karma for something you did bad in your lifetime to be like, you're never going to have this, you're never going to do this. Like, no, I can't. No. I'm not even going to sit there and allow someone to even pretend like that might even sort of be the case, because it's not. So don't. But get yourself excited. Get yourself back in the mindset of, okay, what do I have to do? Like, put your gloves on. If you think of like anything that you want in your life, right? There's steps you have to do to get there. And sometimes when you're preparing for those steps, you don't even know all the things that are going to go into those steps until you get there. Then you're like, oh, wow, okay, wow, oh, okay. I didn't even know I had to know this. Where I didn't, it's like sometimes when you get a job, it's like they give you the overview and then you actually get in the position and you're like, oh, okay. See, I would have never known outside of being in this job or outside of being in this position that that's something that I would have had to do in this job or in this position. It's the same thing, right? So you're gonna have to motivate yourself to start finding those informations, to start finding that excitement in this current moment. And I'm telling y'all, like I said, like when I first started this video, I knew that once I was done, I would feel better because I love recording. But I have a lot going on. So I've been kind of taken away from doing some of the things that I really want and that I feel like are going to put me into position. But once this video is recorded, I'm going to feel like, okay, well, I did something. I did something, right? Once this video is edited, I'm going to be like, oh. And then even further, once it's all posted and everything, I'm like, yes, okay, boom. That gives me a step. That puts me ahead. So start thinking about the things you can do today that are going to help put you in position. And the biggest thing about it all is, remember, you don't have to have it all done today. Slow down. I'm really, really big on that. Like, I do that to myself. Like I said, I've learned to cut my to-do list down because I'll write down a million things and I'm like, you better finish this today. And then guess what? It didn't all have to be done today. It doesn't all have to be done today. It's step by step, bite by bite, right? Like, calm down. You can do this. Like I always say in my videos, y'all, a big part of it is, yes, relating and encouraging people, but it's to show you that I have these moments too. Like I said, like when this day started, I was like, no. Now I feel like since I put myself in position and put myself in motion, now I feel like, okay, cool. Now I have stuff to do that I'm excited about, that go forward with my passion, that go forward with the things I want to do. Because now I got to edit this video, and then I got to do a thumbnail. Like, there's things that I have to do that are going to keep me focused on the mission instead of the position. Ooh. I like that. That's going to keep me focused on the mission. What is the goal? What is it that you want to do? And just because right now you're looking at your position and you're like, no. Let me tell you something else, right? Growing up, I played soccer, right? So sometimes if you look at things, you're like, dang, like this person's all the way down the field. I'm just a defender. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can go down there and get the ball, but that's for y'all to handle. Get the ball. Run down there and get the ball today, right? Because you're looking at the position that you're in right now. You're not even thinking about the mission. The mission is winning. You are going to win. We are going to win, mind, body, and soul every day, right? So put yourself in that situation. You can do this. And this isn't supposed to be long, right? This is supposed to be like your morning shots that I show you guys, the wellness shots. This is supposed to be your shot of encouragement, your shot of energy. So even if once you're done watching this video, you don't feel like, well, now I'm having a wonderful day. Like, you still feel like, okay, I feel better, That's how I felt. That's cool. And that's still how I feel. Like, even right now, I'm like, yeah. But you have the power to redirect it, right? You have the power to change the narrative for the day. I did it today, y'all. I will not make this up. I will not finesse. I will not lie. No, I will not do that. It's not in my heart. But I will let you know that it took effort. It took work. Because as soon as I got home and I found out what kind of day I was having, I was going to lay in bed and just go to sleep and be like, whatever. And then if I would have done that, I would have woke up and I probably would have been a little more grumpy than I was prior to recording, because that's something that I enjoy. Find the things that you enjoy. Find the things that you feel like are a part of your passion or a part of your future, and do it. And after that, you're going to start feeling so much better. So drink some water, eat something that's fulfilling and nourishing so that you can feel energized and get to it. Okay? You got this. Take care of yourself, mind, body, and soul. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.